Hello, my name is Kanchan and thank you for joining me. My presentation starts with a question: whose stories shape our curriculum? My action research project explores a key question that sits at the heart of international education. What barriers and enablers do teachers in Southeast Asian international schools experience when they try to diversify traditional curricula to include broader global perspectives? This project emerged from classroom realities, from noticing who is represented in our materials and who is missing. In many international schools, our students come from a huge range of cultures, histories, and identities. But our curriculum often reflects a much narrower story. So I wanted to understand the real experiences of teachers. What supports them in diversifying content? And what holds them back? In the literature, several themes directly shape this study. Heleta and Race note that international curricula in our region remains largely Western in structure, which limits cultural representation. Musavi's work in Singapore and studies from the Kelola Journal show that although teachers value inclusive approaches, they are constrained by limited professional development and unclear institutional support. These patterns revealed a gap. We know the structural challenges, but we know less about how teachers experience them in practice. That gap informed my research question and led to the next part of this research project. To explore this, I used a mixed methods action research design. I collected survey data from teachers across the school and I conducted interviews with both teachers and leadership. The survey gave me the wider patterns, the what. The interviews provided the depth, the why. Together, they offered a fuller picture of how curriculum decisions are shaped. After analyzing the data, here are the findings. The first key finding is overwhelmingly positive. Teachers deeply value global perspectives. The mean response was 4.8 out of 5, showing strong agreement that inclusive content strengthens students' identity, empathy, and engagement. Teachers believe in this work and believe that it matters. Most importantly, they want to do it. The second finding reveals the biggest challenge: the lack of professional development. PD scored 4.1, the lowest in the entire survey. Teachers share that they have very little formal training on how to diversify curriculum or approach cultural inclusion. As a result, many feel they are improvising or relying on personal experience rather than having structured support. When I put these findings together, a clear pattern emerged. Inclusivity is happening, but mostly at an individual level. Teachers with multicultural backgrounds or personal passion for global perspectives are doing the heavy lifting. But there are limited systems, policies, or shared frameworks to support this work consistently across the school. So the strength lies in individual teachers, but the gap lies in institutional structures. This leads to the key shifts needed. First, sustained professional development. Not one off workshops, but ongoing learning that gives teachers tools and confidence. Second, clearer policy guidance. So teachers feel protected and aligned when exploring global perspectives. And third, integrating global content directly into curriculum frameworks so representation isn't dependent on who the teacher is. Conducting this research has shaped my own practice in powerful ways. It reminded me that inclusive curriculum is not just about content, It's about belonging, identity, and giving every child a place in the story. Thank you for listening.